The two most expensive streets to buy are famous Champs-Élysées. You heard that name before, Champs-Élysées, right? And the second more expensive one is this one, Rue de la Paix. And why that little narrow street? Because we're going to see very famous jewel stores, like Cartier, you know, Tiffany, Rolex. It's too early now. They're going to be open later on. You can come back to treat yourself. Buy a couple of watches, necklaces. Guys, now just in front of us, that column commemorates a victory of Napoleon Bonaparte in Austerlitz in 1805. And he stole 1,200 cannons, and he melted down the bronze of those cannons. And you can see it's like a spiral all around it, showing you all the history of Napoleon Bonaparte. And on the very top is a statue of Napoleon I, but he's buried as a Roman emperor. You guys went to Rome or not? Okay. Which one is a replica of one column that you can see in Rome, Italy, called Trajan column? Some of you are going to Versailles, correct? So, you guys know that Versailles was built at the time of King Louis XIV. He was nicknamed the Sun King. Yes, no, yeah. After the Renaissance, they rediscovered all the mythology, no? And Louis XIV loved Apollo. Apollo was the best of the gods. They got shining above the other gods. And the symbol of Apollo was the sun. That's why he was nicknamed the Sun King. And guys, look, on every single balcony on the second floor, you can see a small golden sun, the symbol of the king. So kings of France used to sign the monuments they built, you know? So that square, beautiful square called the Vendôme Square, was designed by the same architect of Versailles. Okay? Guys, look on your right now. Bless you. There's a famous Ritz Hotel, the Ritz, and that hotel was always very famous because movie stars, you know, rock stars always go to the Ritz Hotel. And we talked a lot about the Ritz Hotel exactly 12 years ago. Princess Diana, remember her, right? Yeah. Diana with Dodi Al-Fayed, she had a dinner in the Ritz Hotel. Then they left through a back door, and then they had a car accident in a small tunnel nearby the Eiffel Tower. And we talk a lot also about the Ritz Hotel so many years ago because of Coco Chanel, the designer Chanel. She lived in the Ritz Hotel at the end of her life. She even died there. Guys, the most expensive room in a hotel, it's called a suite, right? It's called the suite Coco Chanel, and the price only for one night in that suite, it's more than $10,000. I know. Guys, what is the most famous, what is the most sold perfume in the world nowadays? Chanel what?
Number 5.
Number 5, exactly, the 5th perfume she did. And that cologne became very famous in the 60s, you know. First commercials, and Marilyn Monroe, when she was a sex symbol of the world, you know. She did the first commercial about Chanel number 5, and she used to say that she was always sleeping nude. With few drops of Chanel number 5, you know. Because if you go to a perfume store, you know, look at the shape of the lid of Chanel number 5 bottle. Because when Chanel lived in the Ritz Hotel, she was inspired by the architecture of that square. So the shape of the cap of the lid, you know, it's a replica of that square, octagonal. Do you guys know why French perfume is so famous? People were pretty clean in Europe, you know, up to the Renaissance. They took baths, you know, with oils or herbs. But in the 17th century, doctors understood that water could be bad for your health, that water could carry germs, you know, or disease. So the king was told not to take too many baths. So in fact, like in Versailles, kings only took 4 baths a year. I know. So perfume was born. It was not too bad here, like once a year in England, for instance, you know, we were pretty clean, you know. So perfume was born, you know what I mean, to hide all those bad smells and stinky people. C'est bon, là. On fait le tour, on reprend sur l'opéra. Yeah, see, there is so empty. Like years ago, yeah, it was Paris was really packed, you know, you couldn't really drive through the city, but now this is again that policy, people not to have cars, you know. to finish about no traffic, every week, again, we want to enjoy the city with no cars, you know what I mean? Like every weekend, all the are you going to be in Paris this weekend or?
No.
But trust me, every weekend, so all the banks along the river are close to traffic, So you can walk, you can bike, you can jog, you know what I mean? What's cool now to organize in 3 years in the summer when the weather is nice, of course, we do loads of picnics, along the river. So nice, If you walk around, you can hear like the corks, popping up, bing, champagne, wine. Have you heard about the beach downtown Paris? Beach? Yeah, artificial beach. Every year since 5-6 years now, the mayor organized an artificial beach in the city. So he brought from Normandy tons of sand, He put that much of sand on the banks of the river. He brought from south of France, some palm trees. He put one palm tree every 50 yards. Between those palm trees, like long chairs, hammocks. That's surreal. You know what I mean? You got you get a bare feet in the sand, and you can, it's like surreal, you know what I mean? And you see the Eiffel Towers, where am I? No, it's not just after Bastille Day for 1 month.
Bastille Day is the end of this month?
No, Bastille Day is the 14th of July. Yeah, but that doesn't really work, you know what I mean? Tu peux mettre la clim un peu, s'il te plaît? Guys, we try with the air. But let me know if you can hear me at the back of the bus, because that mic doesn't really work well, I'm Lawson. You guys have to, yeah, it works. You have to switch all these little wheels above your head, turn them, Can you feel it? Hello? Should we stop for a coffee break or what? Oh my God, like years ago we had invasion of Starbucks cafes in Paris. But most of them already closed down, thank God. Because it's not the way we drink coffee here, Only tourists went there. Even in the Louvre there is one Starbucks, everywhere Starbucks, And because it's like a good... No, what? Guys, make a right. Look on your left, you can see better the Opera House. Try to look at the roof. It's supposed to symbolize the crown of the Emperor Napoleon III. So it's like a cultural thing. You Americans, you love in the morning, to walk around with your coffee, your big mug of coffee, correct, and you sip your coffee. We don't do that at all. We go to a bar, we have an espresso, it's more like a shot of caffeine, and then we drink water. It's healthier too. Not true. And when you're not used to flavored coffee either, No, with E, Oh, it's probably now when it says a latte, right? Yeah. I want a latte. No latte stuff today. That sounds French. But I don't know what French. So guys, we're going to reach now the Louvre. So the Louvre is the biggest palace in the world. And the Louvre was the second official residence of the king's family. The first one is nearby Notre Dame. Maybe you saw it yesterday, underneath the rain. And the third and last one was Versailles. So guys, the Louvre is nowadays the biggest museum in the world, with 400,000 pieces of art inside. And we say that if you stop only 1 minute, in front of each of them, you will need more than 3 years to see the entire museums. So tell me, what are you going to see in the Louvre? What is Mona Lisa? No, I'm not kidding, guys. If you go to the Louvre, and if you ask a French person, where is Mona Lisa, we can't even help you. Only you, English-speaking people, call that painting Mona Lisa. We call it... Exactly, very good. La Joconde. L-A then Joconde, G-O-C-O-N-D-E. Why Mona Lisa? Mona, that's abbreviation of Madonna. Means Madame in Italian. Lisa was the first name, and last name was Del Giocondo. So we translated, and we call the painting by the last name La Joconde. You guys know it's a small painting, do you know about that? And I forgot, who painted Mona Lisa? I don't hear you. Who painted Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Do you guys know when, more or less? The Renaissance, 16th century, yeah. You guys have to see the three highlights in the Louvre. So Mona Lisa or La Joconde and two Greek sculptures. One is called the Venus de Milo, with no up like that. And there was the Winged Victory of Samothrace, a big statue with two big wings behind like that. Now guys, have you heard what was the Louvre